You want to know what is trending right now when it comes to Y2K items. And in this video, I have you covered. I'm going to show you 89 sales that are happening right now when it comes to the Y2K trends. If you're new here, then welcome to the channel. My name is Lee Meyer, and I'm a stay-at-home mom of four. I've made well over $100,000 flipping used clothes and other items on sites like eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. Now I'm on a mission to help at least 1,000 resellers be able to hit that $100,000 mark out for themselves. And to help you out, I've got a ton of free gifts. You're going to find them down here in the description below this video. This is where you're going to find things like my best brands list, the list of 150 brands that has led me to the $100,000 mark and beyond. You're also going to find a link down here to sign up for my free $100,000 reseller challenge. In this free challenge, I show you exactly how to hit $100,000 for yourself this year. I know that it sounds crazy, but it's possible for you, and it's possible in minimal time. I show you exactly how to get there in very part-time hours with this challenge. In this free challenge, you're also going to discover the very best things to be selling right now in today's market. And the answer might surprise you. All right, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive on into today's topic. All right, this first one that I've got for you is a dress. It says salvage there on the tag. It's got a lace up back as well as some grommet detailing there. There's what the dress looks like, and then that one sold for almost $72. Everything that you're going to see in this video is with the Y2K keyword. Most of them have it in their title, but eBay does search the description, so that's another place where you can put in keywords for the right buyers to be able to find your items. This next one is a quick silver t-shirt, so you can see the tag there. That's what that t-shirt looks like. It looks like it also has some darkening under the armpits. They did use grunge as another one of their keywords, as well as skater and surf. And then that one sold for $35 even in that condition. This is a pair of Jinko. You're going to see a few different pairs of Jinko that are selling, as well as a lot of similar styles to Jinko. So there's the tag there for you. And then there's what these pants look like front and back. Nothing too wild with this one. These sold for $90. These are actually women's. So women's are a little bit less common, but they do sell. This one is from Nike, and you can see the tag there. And these are just a pair of athletic pants, wide leg, and those sold for $38. This next one is from the Gap. You're going to see a few items in this video from the Gap. So there's the tag there. And then this is just a basic tank top. It has a little bit of lace around the top. That one sold for $35. This is an Abercrombie and Fitch jacket that is reversible. So with anything that's reversible, there's going to be minimal tags. You're not going to find the tag at the neck. Oftentimes tags are hidden inside the pockets, and I do find that a lot of resellers miss reversible items because, the tags aren't readily present. With this one, there's markings on the outside of the jacket so you can quickly tell what the brand is. That one sold for $55. This is a halter top from the Limited. There's what it looks like there. It's a lace halter, and that one sold for $30. I'm going to be mentioning keywords throughout this video, but keywords are really a big part of having success with reselling, and in particular with these Y2K styles. There's a lot of really good keywords that go along with this. So for this one, they used fairy as well as coquette and whimsy goth. This one is a pair of jeans from US Polo Association. That's what those jeans look like. Normally that would be a brand to maybe stay away from. It's actually one of the very first items that I sourced when I very first started reselling, not knowing what the brand was. I actually had the order canceled because somebody thought it was Polo Ralph Lauren, which I think is what I had accidentally listed it as because I literally had no idea. But this one sold for $50. So it does tell me that that brand is starting to trend this, particularly with those older items, I should clarify. This one is from a brand, I believe Barrick is maybe how you say this. This is a crochet cardigan vest, and you can see those flowers across the front. And that one sold for $42. Again, some really good keywords in here like granny core, fairy, Y2K, and retro. This is a dress, and you're going to see several of these style of dresses selling. This is Morgan & Co. by Linda Burnell. Actually got another Linda Burnell to show you here in a second. But people are probably buying these for prom coming up. That would be my guess. That one sold for $325. A couple housekeeping items. These are sold items. I just have to clarify because every video somebody will say, these aren't really sold. Okay, they say sold right here. And then it says, 325 or best offer. Now I've hand selected these to show you where they sold for full price and a best offer was not accepted. This is another Gap item. So this is a tank top. That's what it looks like, pretty basic there. The nice thing about with some of these newer items that are now vintage, they actually do have the year on them. So you can see that that was made in 2004. That one sold for $40 for just a basic tank top from the Gap. This is a sweatshirt from a brand called Machine. There's the tag there for you. But the reason why this one sold is it's an affliction style hoodie. And so you can see some of the artwork on this hoodie. It does have some holes and some wear. So there's one on the pocket on the front, another hole there, but you can see that artwork, and that's very typical of around the Y2K era. That one sold for $75 just because it's an affliction style. The actual brand is Machine. Now, I do want to mention the Empowered Reseller membership. This is where I'm able to answer questions directly. This is where I'm able even to do things like store reviews, account reviews, listing reviews. So if you need help figuring out why your things aren't selling, or you just want to be able to have that extra support, that accountability, the membership is here for you. It includes so much, including a huge master vault. So you can find the link to sign up in the description below this video, and I hope to welcome you into our VIP community soon. This next item is a pair of Paco jeans. So there's the tag on the back. There's the tag on the inside. And that's what these jeans look like. Those sold for $40. Again, skater, baggy, loose, 90s, Y2K, hip hop, all good keywords there. This is an Ed Hardy jacket. So there's the tag there, and this is what this item looks like. Definitely a lot of details, patchwork on this jacket. That one sold for $129. This is a true religion hat. So I'm going to zoom in on that. It's a little bit hard to read, but here is what that hat looks like. And hats can be a very profitable item to sell. This one sold for $95. This one is from the brand Guess. There's the tag there, and this is just a dress. It's got a kind of a deep V-neck. It's got some ties there at the sleeves. And then that one sold for almost $50. Again, some good keywords in here like dark romantic, fairy, goth. And then this one is another pair of jeans. This is from a brand, Mesquite, I believe is how you say that. That's what the tag looks like on the inside. And there's lots of different brands selling with this sort of style, and it's hard to keep track of them all. So it's easier to just kind of remember this style. It's a wide leg. There's oftentimes embroidery or pictures like that on the back pocket. That one sold for $40. This is a pair of shorts from South Pole, and there are lots of South Pole items selling. That's what those shorts look like, and those sold for $50. By the way, all of these that you're seeing, I woke up this morning, pulled all of these sales, so they are fresh, brand new, like just happened. This is a brand called Bershka, I think is maybe how you say that, and wide leg pair of jeans. It says virtual zone there on the back. And then those sold for $95. And they did use Jinko style as one of their keywords. This is another dress. This is Belisma is maybe how you say that. You can see it's got a lot of ruffles down at the bottom. That one sold for $75 with the keywords Y2K, fairy core, and whimsy goth. Again, those keywords are so important. It's what gets your item sold. I'm going to link over here to a handy poster where you can have these all at your fingertips right as you're listing. This is a pair of Skechers shoes. There's what the bottom looks like, and they're just kind of a basic black dress shoe. That one sold for $55. Another pair of jeans here. I have seen a few of this brand selling recently, and it's called Woo Wear. That's what the back looks like, Wu-Tang there on the pocket as well as that coin pocket. There's the front of the jeans, the back of the jeans, and then those sold for $120. This is a t-shirt, a raglan sleeve. There's what the tag looks like, Schwartz, made in the USA. And I'm not super familiar with this, so if you come across anything like this, use Google Lens. That can be really helpful for identifying this. And this one sold for $100. You're going to see a lot of band tees, by the way, coming up. This is another Guess shirt, and this is just kind of a basic black shirt. It does have some ruching here across the top as well as those sleeves. That one sold for $32. A t-shirt here, and there were several of these selling, so I'm not sure if it was the same seller. I didn't look quite closely enough, but there were a lot of this band selling Good Charlotte, and then this one sold for $70. This is a pair of Old Navy, so it can be easy to think, okay, Old Navy, it's not really worth selling. Okay, that wide leg pair of jeans, you can definitely see it's from that Y2K era, that baggy style. That one sold for $35. So if you could pick it up for $2 or $3, that's going to be a pretty good flip. This is a Juicy Couture purse, and these are selling for quite a lot. This one sold for $100 and almost $35, but they can sell, for a few $100 even. This is another, the Linda Burnell dresses. This is what that looks like there. It's got some floral detailing down at the bottom of this dress. And then this one sold for $63. Again, some really good keywords with Y2K as well as whimsy goth and fairy. This is a pair of FUBU jeans. Lots of this brand are selling. There's what the back looks like. This does have Fat Albert on it. They don't all have that, but this one sold for $100. This is a mud messenger bag. So messenger bags were really big around that Y2K early 2000s era. That's what it looks like on the front of the bag. That one sold for $33. They're using keywords in here, gorpcore as well as grunge and gothic. This is a Hollister sweater, so there's the tag there. There's some detailing around the neckline, and this is just a cardigan sweater. That one sold for $35. This is Polo Ralph Lauren. There's the tag there, and this is a ribbed sweater. It's got a flag there on the front that's sewn onto the item. That one's sold for $84. This is a brand that I'm not familiar with, but I believe it sold more for the style. So Soye, S-O-Y-E, and this has some lace detailing as well as some ruching, and that one sold for $89. Again, some really good keywords in here that they're using: Edwardian, Victorian, whimsy goth. That's really what gets your items in front of the right buyers. This is another interesting hoodie where it's not from the brand Affliction. Actually, they don't even say the brand. They don't even have the tag. They actually listed it as Affliction, so don't do that. If you look down in the brand, it says Affliction, so that would be a really easy thing for somebody to return and get their money back. That one sold for $90. Make sure that you're honest, that you say what the brand is. Maybe it's at Affliction style, it's still going to sell because there's really a market for just this type of look for hoodies. This is a pair of jeans from the Gap. You can see the front of those are pretty worn. There's not a lot of pictures, but it looks like there's some holes or some small wear marks as well as that fading. And then those sold for $30 in that condition for a pair of jeans from the Gap. This is another FUBU item. That's a jersey. There's quite a few of these jersey styles that are selling. This one sold for $45. Again, keyword streetwear and grunge as well as Y2K. This is a Lucky Brand hoodie. There's the tag there, and this has a dragon on it, on the back side of it. Dragons were really big around Y2K early 2000s. That one sold for $60. So you're going to see that theme probably on multiple items in this video. This is a turn lock purse from Fossil. There's the Fossil marking, and then the turn lock is just that hardware piece on this purse. That one sold for $80. Purses can be a really profitable item to flip. I do have a poster to help you be able to describe purses like what you just saw correctly, the shape of them as well as the hardware and the different types of materials. I'm going to link to that over here. This is an interesting sweater. It's from a brand called Ice History. Iceberg, it says made in Italy. And this one has Tom and Jerry on the front of it. That one sold for $300. $100. This one is a hoodie from Maui Built, so you can see the tag there, and then that's what the hoodie looks like. It's got the brand name down the sleeves, and then that one sold for $50. This is a tank top from Hollister. It's got some lace here around the top. And then that one sold for $40 with the keyword Bella Swan as well as dainty. This is a pair of jeans from the brand Academics. And then there's what those look like. They have some whiskering there around the back of the knee as well as at the hip. That was really common for this era. It's got some of that embroidery there at the back pocket as well. And then those sold for $55. This is a jacket from the brand Baby Fat. That's what that looks like on the back. And then there's the front of that jacket that sold for $85 with the keywords bling as well as Y2K. This is a pair of shoes, and this is what those look like. They're definitely, stacked platform style. That one sold for $45 from the brand Sonoma. This is another dress. And this one is from a brand that's called Be Smart, and it is made in the USA. You can see it does have a little bit older style of tag that's a little bit thicker. It's more kind of papery. And this is a slip dress. It's got some detailing here at the top as well as lace up there at the back. And then that one sold for $85. Again, you're seeing a keyword there of whimsy goth. This is a t-shirt from Oakley. There's the tag there at the neck, and then this one does have a center logo, so you're going to see that in the keywords here that they said center logo, though that one sold for $95 for that t-shirt. This is from Route 66, i.e. from Walmart, and this is just a denim skirt that's a maxi skirt. That one sold for $45. This is UFC. And I don't know a whole lot about these or MMA or any of those fighting things. I do know that they can have a really good following, and from a reselling standpoint, they're usually something worth picking up. And that one sold for $49. This one is another pair of those Nike wide leg pants. These happen to have a mesh stripe down the side as well as ankle zips. Those sold for $40. This is a pair of boots from Steve Madden. You can just make it out there in the bottom of the boots, and those have considerable wear. So I'm going to zoom in on those. You can see the scuffing around the toes, some scuffing here on the sides. There's a little bit better view of the scuffing on the toes. There's scuffing there on the back, and then those sold for $65 just because they have that chunky look. They are from the Y2K era. This one is a Land's End rugby shirt. So there's the tag there, and then that's what that looks like on the front. And this one sold for almost $31. There is a huge trend for those rugby shirts, so pick those up even if they're a random brand. Of course, always look up comps. This is a True Religion hoodie. This has got the skull there on the back, as well as that flag there on the side of the arm. That one sold for $109. If you're looking for more vintage items, I'm going to link over here to my complete guide to selling vintage clothing. I give you well over 150 different brands and vintage items to be on the lookout for. This is a Monster Energy. So there's the tag there. And for whatever reason, anything Monster Energy is selling really well. So there's what that front of the shirt looks like. That one sold for, almost $50. This is from Interstate Jeans. That's at the back of the waist. And this is a pair of corduroy pants. And this one sold for $99. This is another dress that kind of has that the whimsy goth style going on. Unfortunately, a best offer was accepted, and for whatever reason, I was not able to find what the actual offer was. 99% of the time you can, but for some reason this one seems to be missing, or maybe it just hasn't yet updated. So it was listed for 136 or best offer, and then a best offer was accepted into the eBay research tool, and it's for some reason not pulling up, but it wouldn't surprise me if that sold for, $100+. This is a leather jacket from the Gap. That's what that looks like. That one sold for $60. You're going to see another one in this video. It is not a duplicate. Those are selling. This is another, MMA Elite is what that says there on the tag. Another, fighting shirt, t-shirt. That's what that looks like. It's got, the skull and cross, very typical for this style. That sold for $30. This is from Robert Cavelli, his line Just Cavelli. So that's what it looks like there on the tag. It's got a little bit of detailing open knit down there at towards the hem. That one sold for $64. This is No Fear. This is, another one of those Y2K 90s things that's really trending. This is a hoodie. It has skulls all over it. So again, you're seeing not just dragons, but skulls, really big theme from that era. That one sold for $90. This is a jacket from Liz Claiborne, which is typically a brand that I normally stay away from, but certain styles, certain items are going to sell. The reason why this one sold for a little bit more is because it's leather as well as that Y2K keyword. This is another one where a best offer was accepted. It was listed at $50 and then it sold for $42. This is called Sinful. This is the women's line of affliction. And this is what the jacket looks like. It's got the wings on the back, or hoodie, I should say, and then Sinful there on the front. It's a full zip that sold for $115. And again, this is the women's line of affliction. And then this is a Land's End purse. So there's the tag, and then this is a little plaid bag. That one sold for $56. Keyword in here of Gorpcore, which is interesting. It's probably not the one that I would have used outdoors. Maybe they just picked those because of the plaid. You can use multiple keywords. I do suggest using multiple keywords, like 3 to 5 style keywords for every listing. This is a Tommy Hilfiger polo shirt. So here's the tag there at the neck. And then this is what that shirt looks like. That one sold for, almost $50. This is a t-shirt from the brand Limited 2, and this has the Backstreet Boys on it. And that one sold for $45. It is a baby tee. Some of you have asked about that. It just basically means it's a cap sleeve and it's a smaller fitting shirt. So it's not kind of an oversized fit. This is another polo Ralph Lauren. We've seen a few from this brand. This is just a polo shirt and it does have a big pony there at the chest. That one sold for $65. This is a sweatshirt from a brand called Top Heavy, and you're seeing that dragon there again on the back of the sweatshirt as well as the front, and that sold for almost $88. Some good keywords in here of skater and hip hop. If you're looking to get your reselling business launched quickly, I have everything in the starter kit that you'll need to get up and running and bringing in those first sales. I will link to that over here. This is another MMA Elite shirt. This is a thermal and it's got that cross wings. It looks like maybe some dragons mixed in there. That sold for $49. This is a halter. Unfortunately, it did not have a tag photo for you, but you can see it definitely has a unique design with stripes and then some various different types of prints mixed in there. And that one sold for $34. I'm guessing that this Symmetry one is the brand. So it's kind of a no-name brand. It just sold for the style. This is another of the Juicy Couture purses. And then that one sold for $495 with 106 bids on it. This is an Abercrombie and Fitch zip up hoodie. There's what that looks like on the front. And that one sold for almost $40. This is again, a no-name brand, i.e., I'm not even sure it is 100% silk, so that always does help. And then that's what the skirt looks like. That one sold for $40. This is another South Pole item. So you've seen a few of these South Pole items now. This is a hoodie, and that one sold for $117. Again, hip hop there is one of the keywords, as well as grunge and Y2K. This is a dress from White House Black Market. Unfortunately, there's not a tag with this one. Please take tag photos if you're a reseller. It's helpful to your buyers. Always include those. So that one sold for $120. This is another dress. This is a slip style dress from a brand, Kiki. And that is what that looks like. It does have some layering going on there. And that one sold for $79. This is a Guess purse. It's got that chain shoulder strap as well as metal detailing on the purse. That one sold for $75. So these Y2K bags, there's really a market for these. This is a pair of jeans from Tommy Hilfiger. You're seeing the flag on the back pocket there. It's also got that carpenter loop there on the side. That one sold for $50. This is another Gap black leather jacket and a different one. This one sold for $75. This is a pair of Abercrombie and Fitch men's pants with cargo pockets, and then that sold for $65. This is a pair of Levi's jeans. So you're seeing Levi's over here, silver tab, and then Baggy. And this one is made in Colombia. I was just double checking on that. It's not made in the USA. That's what those look like. Those sold for $75. This is a ribbed shirt from a brand called Twisted Heart. It's got that crown there on the front with the rhinestones, and that one sold for $39, definitely for the style. This is another pair of Jinko jeans. There's the tag there, and they're kind of a more plain style. They do have those big, deep pockets at the back as well as a little bit of embroidery there, but not, over the top. That one sold for $170. Another pair of Jinko here. These are white. These are a little bit more rare for this color. That's the tag, and there's a little bit of embroidery there at the back pocket as well with their crown. And then that one sold for $215. If you're looking for more items that sell fast, those Jinko do sell really fast, but if you're looking for more items that sell quickly, I'm going to link over here to my fastest selling brands where I've compiled all of the fastest selling brands with the highest sell-through rate. This is a pair of jeans from Anchor Blue, which is a mall brand that I typically recommend staying away from, but because of the style of these jeans, these sold for a little bit more. So they're baggy. They do have a little bit of what looks to be a released hem here, but there is a sewn in hem. So I'm not sure, what you would call. I would think you would probably still want to put released hem here in the title. They didn't. They just said loose baggy skater Y2K. Those sold for $36. This is a top from Wet Seal. There's what that looks like there. It's got a wrap style neckline as well as flutter sleeves here. And that one sold for almost $33 with the keywords fairy and grunge. And this is another Russell Athletic. I know we saw one of these earlier that was a hoodie. This is a vest, and that one sold for $33.50. This is from the brand DC Shoes, and this is just a kind of a jersey, again, with that Monster Energy symbol forward. There's what the back of that looks like. That one sold for $43. This is from Is Buyer or Amy Buyer. There's several different lines from this brand. Buyer, California. This is made in the USA. And then this is just a tank top. It's kind of a crushed velvet with lace trim. That one sold for $35. Again, some really good keywords in here of fairy and grunge and romantic, as well as, crushed velvet and those physical keywords that you can see like lace. This is a pair of Echo shorts. So that's front and back, and then those sold for almost $40. And then this is a brand that is called Trailer, so you can make that out there at the waist of these jeans. That's what those look like. They are wide leg. Again, there's lots of different brands from this, but it's more about being able to recognize the style when it comes to these Y2K era of jeans, and they really are baggy, wider legs. Those sold for $40. Found this video helpful. Love to hear from you about what your best Y2K find is so far. Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up as well as consider subscribing to the channel. I've got lots more amazing reseller content headed your way. And if you haven't yet signed up for that free $100,000 reseller challenge, you're going to want to do that now. Again, the link to sign up is down here in the description below this video. I am so excited for you to be able to reach all of your goals this year. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video soon.